Hey guys! Have you been considering loan forgiveness, but the news lately has got you a little worried about whether or not you'll actually get it? If so, stay tuned as we take a look at what we know about student loan forgiveness today, and I'll give you my take based on the cost of these programs, how likely they are to survive. The two programs we're going to focus on in today's video are Public Service Loan Forgiveness, or PSLF, and Income-Driven Loan Forgiveness under an Income-Driven Repayment Plan. Public Service Loan Forgiveness is the program that forgives the remaining loan balance after a borrower makes 120 monthly payments while employed for a qualifying employer. This plan doesn't have any cap on the total amount forgiven, and the forgiven amount is not taxed. Income-driven loan forgiveness forgives the loan balance remaining after a borrower has made payments under an income-driven repayment plan for 20 to 25 years. The loan amount forgiven is taxable. Again, there is not a cap on the total amount forgiven. So the borrowers that qualify for PSLF are those with public service jobs, and the borrowers that qualify for income-driven repayment plan loan forgiveness are any borrower that has federal loans enrolled in that type of repayment plan. The estimated cost of public service loan forgiveness is almost $24 billion over the next decade. Income-driven loan forgiveness over the next decade is estimated to cost around $74 billion. Now, that sounds like a lot, but remember the total amount in student loan debt owed is over $1.4 trillion. This amount actually represents less than 7% of that. So what's the security of these plans based on their cost? PSLF is a pretty high-cost plan that doesn't cap loan forgiveness and impacts a fairly large number of borrowers. Proposed PROSPER Act eliminates this plan completely for future borrowers. If you haven't borrowed yet and are considering PSLF to make your education affordable, I would say you should look somewhere else. I don't think this plan is going to survive in the long term. If you're currently working towards PSLF, you should be able to get loan forgiveness still. No plans have been expressed that outright eliminate PSLF for current borrowers. Income-driven loan forgiveness is another high-cost loan forgiveness option. This option, however, helps borrowers who need it the most. Many borrowers that would qualify for forgiveness under PSLF would pay the entire balance of their loan after 20 to 25 years in an income-driven repayment plan. However, time-based loan forgiveness is also set to be eliminated by the PROSPER Act. It will be replaced with a plan that ensures borrowers don't pay any more than they would have on a standard 10-year repayment plan. However, there is no way to get out of the original principal and the interest you would accrue over 10 years. Because this type of loan forgiveness is better targeted and it takes a longer period of time to get the forgiveness, it allows the government to collect more of the original debt. I think it's more likely that this will survive in some form or another in the long term. If you're currently a borrower, it's pretty likely you will get loan forgiveness under this model if it's what you're aiming for. So, what's a borrower to do? Unfortunately, the security of loan forgiveness really lies with what Congress decides to do. If you want to exert the control you have, then you absolutely need to talk to your representative and state senators. Tell them what your life looks like with loan forgiveness, and then tell them what it will look like if you don't get loan forgiveness. Borrowers have demonstrated they're ready to speak up, and Congress has demonstrated that they're ready to listen, as evidenced by the fact that the student loan interest deduction and graduate school tuition waiver remained as they were in the current tax plan. If you need help finding contact information for your representative and senator, I'll link them below. Also, if you're a borrower counting on loan forgiveness, you need to make sure you continue to make your monthly payments and keep your loan in good standing. If you do not keep your loan in good standing, you for sure do not qualify for loan forgiveness. So continue to keep those payments coming. And if you're a borrower counting on PSLF, start submitting your employment certification now and continue to do so annually. Do you feel unsure about loan forgiveness? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. See you next week.